This is The Fool on the Hill by Paul Daley. Mal Evans was a former roadie and tour manager for the Beatles. He joined the group in 1963 and was with them until they broke up in 1970. This is a fictional account of his violent death in Los Angeles in January 1976. So when we read this, we realized it wasn't formatted as a film script. In actual fact, it may well be a film or TV, but it reads very much like it might be radio. So we thought we would read it dialogue straight through. And I think we'll see how it goes. Scene one, Mal Evans, former roadie for the Beatles, is alone at his Beverly Hills home. The curtains are drawn, the room is a mess, empty bottles and pizza packages are scattered around. Mel is slumped on the sofa asleep when the doorbell rings. Mal ignores the ringing. It rings again. Mal stirs. He slowly wakes up and sits up. The bell rings again. As the piece progresses, Mal becomes more and more drunk and agitated. Take it away, guys.
Fuck off. I said fuck off. They're not here. Are you taking the piss? You'll take the piss now, aren't you? Oh, you think you're so funny, don't you? Laugh on the other side of your fucking face when I come to that door. You cheeky cut. You taking the piss. I said the Beatles aren't here.
Dwayne Reed delivery? Jeez.
Oh, right. Bring it in. Just unpack it and put it on the table. That's a good lad. Make sure you shut the door when you go.
Sir. Sir.
Oh, blimey, you're still here. Job done. You can fuck off now. Chop, chop. Sir,
I haven't been paid.
So?
So, I need you to pay.
No, you don't.
So, I do. Not
happening. I'm skint. So you might as well fuck off.
Sir, if you just like to give me the $25 for the groceries, I can leave you.
$25? You're not getting off of me, lad. I'm broke.
But I need to be paid.
Well, you just have to sing for it, lad.
Sorry?
You know, sing for your supper. It's a nursery rhyme. Little Tommy Tucker sang for his supper.
Sir, if you can just pay me the $25.
The number of times I've said that to some poxy club manager. Well, we'll be off now, I'd say. And they'd leave me just standing there swinging, not knowing what to say, just like you are now, eh? And then the club chairman, usually a jumped-up ex-army type, full of his own importance, would try and find a million reasons not to pay up. They keep me standing there for as long as they could. They were trying to bargain me down. They always started by telling me that the Beatles' music was shit and that people had complained. Or that the toilets had been damaged and they'd be taken out of our money. I'd feel like a right cunt walking back to the van having to tell the lads we haven't been paid. Funny thing was, nobody was bothered. Know why? Because they wasn't in it for the money then. It was the music. They just loved the music. Funny how people change, isn't it?
I'm sorry, sir, but I just work in the store. If I don't come back with the money, they'll take it out my wages.
Not your day then, lad, is it?
What the fuck, man? You can't do this.
Oh, my God, lad, it's like an echo. I used to say that too, or something like that, but it was the same. You know what? When people wouldn't pay me?
Fuck you, mister. I gotta get paid for this.
Temper. Calm down, lad. No need to get arsey. I used to call him a cunt.
I'm sorry.
Brian.
Who the fuck is Brian?
Epstein. Brian Epstein.
Should I know him?
Of course you should. He was the fucking manager of the Beatles. Mind you, he's dead now. He was always a cunt, though.
Hey, you can't do that.
Too late.
Now you really are going to have to pay for that.
People in Liverpool, that's where I come from. They say you shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Do they say that here? Don't speak ill of the dead. The thing about Brian was, he was always a tight bastard. Like I said, he was a cunt. See, I'm not one of these people who says nice things about people just because they're dead. Why should he? He's a cunt. Born a cunt. He died a cunt. He never did me any favours. So I'm not going to be nice about him just because he's dead.
Look, I want my money.
Me too. And I've been waiting longer than you, so you'll have to wait. Maybe if I was more of a cunt, like Brian, I wouldn't be sitting here in this shithole. My problem is I'm too nice. Always have been. Not anymore.
I'll get fired for this.
Nah, you'll be fine. Look, just have a drink, something to eat. Just relax. I've got a mate coming soon. He'll pay you.
When will he be here? I've got more deliveries.
He'll be here soon. I say, just wait. Have a drink. You might learn something. No, where was I? Oh yeah, I was telling you about the amazing Brian fucking Epstein. The cunt. Now, see, if he'd paid me, then I wouldn't be here now, and neither would you. So if you want to blame anyone, don't blame me. Blame Brian Epstein.
Listen, man, I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about.
Well, you wouldn't, would you? Because you haven't heard my side of the story. There's always two sides. I've got a story. That's why I'm here. I'm telling my story, the story of the Beatles by someone who knows. I'm Mal Evans. You've heard the others. Now it's my turn.
Should I know you?
Yes, you fucking should.
Why?
Why?
Who the fuck are you, man?
Me. Who am I? Who the fuck am I? Good question. Who the fuck am I? I'll tell you who I am. I'm Mal. Mal fucking Evans. That's who I am.
Are you in the movies?
Movies? Yeah. Yeah, I was in movies.
Rocky Horror. Yeah, that was you. You're the Brit. Yeah, sure, I know you.
No, that's not me.
You sure? You sure look like him.
That wasn't me, I said. All right.
So what are you in?
In probably some of the greatest British films ever made. Ever seen Help or Magical Mystery Store? How about Hard Day's Night? Remember that one? Bloody classics. You must have seen them.
You was in the Beatles? Wow, what did you play?
Play? Me? Usually the fool.
So were you like a manager?
Like a manager, yeah, I suppose so.
Cool. So you and the guys, are you going to get back together?
Oh, me and them back together. Fat chance. No, well, you can fuck off, the lot of them.
What happened to you guys? You fall out?
Of love. Yeah,
What happened?
they're bastards. Every one of them. I said, just have a break. Take some time off. Spend a bit of time apart, Get to miss one another.
That's page 10.
No, that's page 9. It's just numbered differently.
I apologise.
You're
Just
all right.
tell me to shut the fuck up, Mal.
I said, just have a break. Take some time off. Spend a bit of time apart, Get to miss one another. But no, they wouldn't listen to me. No, they forgot what it was all about. No. They forgot what was important. That they got so wrapped up with their fucking accountants, they forgot about the music.
What the fuck? It's always about the music, man. Always.
Exactly. That's what I tried to tell them. The music. That's what comes first. Then you get the fucking backstabbing women telling them what to do. I said to John, I said, come on, lads, fuck them. Fuck them all. Let's just start again. Let's go back to Liverpool, I said. Be around real people again, I said.
So what happened?
Waste of time. Nobody listened. The poison was in. All those little fucking voices in their ears thought they knew what's best for them. I mean, what could I do? I was just fucking Mal. Mal the roadie. What does he know?
There we are. That's the end of page 10. Thank you, guys. That was great.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was good doing it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, John, you were sitting there listening. What did you get from that?
I really enjoyed that. I really did. I mean, I like Mel's character. He's so real. Literally, just totally real. I know so many people like that. I mean, I used to know a couple of roadies, not anymore. I haven't spoken to them for a long time, but I used to know a couple of roadies who worked for Inspiral Carpets, and I know Gaz Whelan from Happy Mondays, and he talks about it like that. You know, oh, it was the music, man, the music. Then the drugs took over, and that it just goes on and on and on. So yeah, I get Mal. I totally get Mal, just because I know people like that.
Thank you. Stewart.
Ditto. I really enjoyed it. I struggled not to laugh actually at some of it. In terms of the profanities going on, that was really funny. What are my thoughts on this? Gosh, when I first read this afternoon, I was thinking the writer or the production company are making this have got to be quite careful, because Paul McCartney is still alive, and Ringo, because it comes on to mention Ringo later. You got to be a bit careful about what you say about living people, and they are very wealthy and they have great lawyers. So, just be very careful. I do think, however, that it's really interesting to have a fictional. Well, it's based on a true person, isn't it, who was murdered or killed. So I think it's really interesting to have a different side of the story to the Beatles, and as long as it's made incredibly clear that this is fictional, and you're not in any way libeling or defaming someone, then get some legal advice, I'd say. But yes, it's a really interesting angle, and I can see this if it was sharpened up. But I love the characters, and I think if it was sharpened up into a proper television or film script, this could get some interest.
Oh God, yeah. Well, it would be a shame if it didn't get interest.
It would be a shame. Yeah, I agree, John. Because it's such a great side angle to the Beatles story.
Possibly a stage play.
Yeah, and again, I was thinking, God, if you're going to start using Beatles music in this,
copyright,
the clearance. I mean, you probably won't get clearance for the music, so just be very careful.
I don't know, because it was. I mean, the Beatles don't. Well, none of the Beatles actually own copyright to any of the songs. It's the Michael Jackson estate.
No, it was bought. It was bought. I think Paul McCartney bought it back.
I think some of it went back.
Yeah. After he died, I think he bought it back.
Well, it is notoriously difficult to clear Beatles songs. And I speak from experience. So you just be very careful. But I love the story and I love the characters.
Thanks, Rachael.
Yeah, I love the name. Again, enjoyed the characters and their interactions. I think there's always an interest with real people, especially real people connected to such a popular band. I'd also wrote down in my little notes just to be careful with the fictional / real side as well, and the real people you've got in there, of course. I kind of had a feeling that Mal was a little bit lonely and wanted this person to talk to and relive and tell all these stories and go to that place in his head again, kind of thing. And I don't know, I thought that came across quite nicely, actually. It kind of had that little comedic tone for it as well. So yeah, I think the characters were really well written. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you for letting us play with it.
Yeah, great. Emma.
I think it would really help to probably decide what form you want this to be, whether it's radio or telly or film or stage or whatever, and then just look at how you format it, because it is quite hard to read at the moment. So just find a way that, it's not about convention, it's just about ease of reading and understanding for us. So yeah, it would help a little bit there. I mean, I liked a lot about it. I liked the energy of it. The Mal character was good fun. I don't know how long it goes on for, because I've
52 pages.
Oh right, I've only seen this beginning bit, and I wonder how you might sustain this, because in a way, at the moment, what we've read here is like a sort of an interrupted monologue. And for me, it's always like, why is somebody delivering this monologue? You know, why are they telling this thing now to this person? And it could just be he wants someone to talk to. You know, it could just be because he's already a bit drunk and he gets drunker, but sometimes that doesn't feel like a strong enough driver. And you know, it's a little bit Ancient Marinerish. You know, you kind of think, why are these people hanging around? Yeah, Dwayne needs to be paid. Is that enough to keep him hanging around listening to these stories? I'm just thinking about giving them the strongest, you know, the strongest sort of objectives that they can play in this. You know, would he sort of go like, I'm going to go and tell my boss about this. I'm off. I've got more deliveries to do. You know, I just don't know what's in it for Dwayne at the moment. Staying, is he that scared of not getting paid? Obviously, 25 quid was, or whatever it is, was a lot of money. You know, dollars then. But I'm just thinking about how you could. I mean, it might play out beautifully. I don't know, but if it went on for longer, would we start thinking, why is Dwayne listening to that? Would it be better if it's just Mel going on his own? Another character comes in, doesn't he? The co-writer. But yeah, I'm just thinking about how we might sort of try and sharpen it. But there's some lovely stuff there. The energy of it and the pace, you know, is really nice.
Yeah, I think, yeah, lovely dialogue, nice storytelling. Yeah, formatting, horrible. Yeah, it's really tricky to read. But then we were reading it as a radio piece rather than going through all the stage directions, which I think with this was absolutely the right thing to do because it needs to just thunder through. But yeah, Mal, great character. Yeah, but the same questions everybody else. Why is Dwayne staying? Yeah, and litigation. Be careful. But I think it's a really interesting examination of a part of the Beatles' history from a very different standpoint, which I think would give it legs.
I'm going to interrupt Rory now because he interrupted me earlier.
Brilliant.
One of the other plays, and it's screenplays. And I'm just going to say a thing that I forgot to say, which is, Rachael said, you know, that people are interested in real stories, and you know, this band in particular, which of course is true. But also, you know, we're thinking about cost and litigation and whatnot. What would it free you up in some way if you were to fictionalize it? If it was some other, you know, fictitious great band, you know, almost like with the Ruttles or something like that, you know, and you just had this other band and they're roadie. And I just wondered whether there might be some space there to have fun.
The Ruttles were awesome. They even had their own TV channel, Rutland Weekend Television.
But yeah, it's finding a way of telling the story and removing it from the potential of all the legal side of things that could completely stop it from ever being made until they're all dead.
I mean, Ringo's very anti things like that.
They'll have copyright, won't they, for a long time? So
yeah.
I mean, as I said,
you can't defame people once they're dead, so you can say what you like about them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ringo, one of them on side.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You can get one of them on side, you know.
Yeah.
It won't be Ringo, I'll tell you that. He won't let anybody write about him.
George Harrison, wouldn't it? You know, he was up for a laugh.
Oh, George Harrison. Well, he had handmade films.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think format. Decide what you're writing it for, and get the format right. Other than that, the dialogue's fabulous. But I do agree about Dwayne. He is. I was starting to think, come on, Dwayne, you're a bit wet behind the ears. If that was, you can imagine some kid, especially, getting quite nasty about it. You know, I could imagine him grabbing him by the neck and pinning him against the wall and going, "Give me my bloody money!" You know, getting really kind of quite nasty about it. You know, he's not going to just like.
Yeah, he's a very nice kid.
He's a very nice kid.
Yeah.
I was thinking there, you know, I mean, it's got to be pre-76.
Yeah.
1976, September 1976, I got my first full wage, which was £17.36.
Yeah.
So $25 would be a hell of a lot of money.
A lot of money, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my dad's mortgage was £47 a month.
Yeah.
Yes,
get
I
the
know.
right figures.
Yeah. I
So,
remember.
so you wouldn't be able to just
1982,
write off $25.
Carry on.
Hmm.
Anyway, other than that, we loved it.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Thumbs up from me.
Thank you so much.